Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Now on to make my own playoff selection video. At number one, I would have the Washington Huskies. And I'll tell you why I have Washington. Washington beat quite a few ranked teams. And they beat a top 10 Oregon team, not once, but twice. Oregon is a team that's probably going to go to a New Year's Six Bowl, as they deserve, at least, you know. They have the Michael Penix, the guy who's probably going to win the Heisman Trophy now because his team is going to the playoffs. He has all the numbers. He's such a great athlete, such a good football player. You know, Washington's defense, definitely not a slouch. So, and the thing is, they've done things the right way. They've overcome a lot. So, hats off. Washington, you're my number one team. Number two, these guys, I don't believe they need to be there. I do like this team, but I don't agree with what they've been caught with. I would have to put the Michigan Cheaters at number two. Michigan is now 13-0. They dominate a really good Iowa team. They beat their rival Ohio State by 6 points at home, a top 10 Ohio State team, and they beat a top 10 Penn State team on the road. And let's not forget, they won both those games without their coach. And for the Ohio State game, they won that game without their linebackers coach on top of that. So you win your top 10 games, you win all your rivalry games, you win the Big Ten championship. Even if you've been caught cheating, I would still put Michigan at number two. Number three, I got to put Florida State at number three. The reason why I'm putting Florida State at number three and not number four, look, Florida State has beaten ranked teams this year. They have beaten a ranked Clemson team, and Clemson also started in the top 10. And let's not forget, Clemson lost 4 games, yes, but they only had one home loss, and that was to Florida State. Okay? Florida State's got a top 10 defense this year. Florida State has a really good team. Overall, they're undefeated. They've won their rivalry games. And let's not forget about the LSU game. I've talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again. LSU had, at one point, the number one scoring offense in the country. They got a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Not winning quarterback, but Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback in Jaden Daniels. They found a way to shut down LSU's offense. No other team could ever do that this year, even Alabama. So they won the ACC championship, like I already said. And Florida State's been undefeated. They've overcome by not having Jordan Travis, by not having Tate Rodemaker, their second-string quarterback. They won tonight and dominated. The defense dominated Louisville. They ended up winning by 10, and I think they were a 1-point underdog at 1 point. So they not only won, but they covered the spread. They're undefeated. They deserve a playoff chance. And four. Here's my fourth team. I got to go with Texas. I'll tell you why. Yes, Georgia has been unbeaten all year. Yes, Alabama has played better as of late. But Georgia lost. And yes, Alabama beat the best team in the country, but you know who you lost to? Texas. And you know who has only lost once outside of that after they beat you, but still went on to win? Texas. You know who else also won their conference championship? Texas. And you know who else is 12-1? Texas. Texas beat you, even though you beat the best team in the country, whom I don't think you would beat again, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, I have Washington at 1. I would have the Cheaters at number 2. I would have Florida State at 3. And I would have a one-loss Texas team at 4. Because Texas's defense is also no joke. They're a very talented team. They could probably win the whole thing if they wanted to. So, I'd be surprised if they weren't the favorites. Great on both sides of the ball. But you never know. So, these are my 4 most deserving and best teams, in my opinion. Again, Florida State has had 2 sloppy wins without their starting quarterback, even without the second string tonight. Still won by double digits in both games. Okay, with Florida, it should have been double digits. That safety shouldn't have happened, and that touchdown was garbage. I already said that a week ago. But, hey, it is what it is. I don't think Georgia, I think they deserve it, but they lost today. And who they lost to was a team that has already lost the game in Texas. So that's it. Washington, Michigan, Florida State, and probably Texas.